got us preparing food on the floor?
I don't know, it's comfortable. What are scallions?
What?
Scallion.
What about it?
What the fuck is a scallion?
These.
It's not just green onions.
Scallions.
Green onions.
Green onions.
Green onions.
Scallion.
Scallion?
Green onion.
Theory in Sepia was very cute, but it also covered some very strong topics on race and relationships. Talking about what it's like to be a minority in a relationship, going from all the ranges of prejudices against you for your race, or in a twisted way, prejudices towards you for your race. Essentially getting fetishized and being treated as someone or something exotic. And I think it's a very strong message to be talking about, because it's one of those issues that goes around that isn't really addressed, mainly because, especially the fetishization part, on a shallow level, it's seen as a positive of, well, it can't be racist if I'm interested in it, not realizing that you're not loving the person, you're loving the race. It removes the personality, and now they become an object. And a lot of the points brought up were very deep, and very much enjoyed this one.
I like this, seeing these two meet for the first time, and they're on their date for the first time, and they get into such a deep discussion and matters of race, and kind of dissecting what relationships are and what everything means. And then the really interesting thing about it, though, is like we're not just stuck in this one scene of these two people having this long conversation. We're cutting back to them with their friends, and kind of, getting a further examination of things. And it also gives us more context as to who they are when we see them with their friends, so that gives us the idea that when they're together, they're being totally honest. So that's very cool. It really gets us into these minds and the hearts of these characters. So so the actors did a great job. Everybody on screen was just so honest and so real. Wonderful, wonderful performances. It was really nicely written and wonderfully edited and directed, and the cinematography was great. And and a good good use of score, and just everything about it worked out really nice, and it really got you thinking. So
I thought that the content, the conversations they were having were really real, really authentic. And performed so well. Like it really feel like they were genuinely having these conversations for the first time, and dealing with that really complex subject matter of relationships and dating as POCs, dating within and outside of your own culture, and what ramifications does that have, what benefits are there, etc. So and I liked getting to see the progression of their relationship as well, from kind of just like talking, getting to know each other, but then first date, second date, third date, and then that last line of like, what does love mean? And he's just like, he's kind of broken down those barriers, and he's starting to fall. And I really like this. It just was very raw and real, and I really appreciated that.
A lovely snapshot of moments focused on very specific elements of the scenery. Felt like a nostalgia in capturing the moments we remember. Because when we're present and in the moment, we can't focus on everything, all of the different stimuli coming at us at once. So we can remember a stolen glance, or when they smiled at a joke that you told, or the texture of feeling the cup on your hand as you're having a pretty deep conversation. It's all like those sensory elements that trigger the memory or snap us into the present. And I felt this was very present focused filmmaking, which is excellent because that made it feel like there was almost a sense of danger or added a layer to the intimacy. The dialogue was just delivered with such ease and authenticity. It embraced all of the messiness and the anticipation and complexity of relationships. It was a really deep dive into some very deeply thought-provoking exchanges, and I very much appreciated that honesty in it.
I love the camera work, notably the close-ups of their eyes and mouths as they speak. I really enjoyed the performances of the couple and their best friends, very realistic and playful. Chill, jazzy soundtrack comes effectively in and out, depending on the moments explored.
I thought they did a really great job of showing kind of first date and then the prep that you do before first date, but then also the kind of, at least in my experience, with my friends, the kind of almost dissection of the date that you do post date, like with your friends, of like how it went, how you feel, what did it bring up, especially a date like that where it's a lot of talking and a lot of like deep diving into different ideas and different theories and different like ways of thinking. So I thought they did a really great job of kind of capturing all of the moments of it and not just having it from one perspective, having it from both perspectives. I thought was really, really great.
I really enjoyed the short film visually. It felt like moving Instagram feed. A lot of really cool close-ups and visuals, and it was interesting because the dialogue between the characters was a lot on appearances and preferences, and in some ways the film felt like it really focused on things that defined the characters and their time period, and where they were in society. So that was really interesting. Really interesting approach to the conversations and the sort of dialogue between the characters and their friends.
It definitely has the right shape for a film, even at the 16-minute short length. It's shot well, great direction, great performances. The writing is strong.